right, let's see who our first viewer is. First viewer is X Misha something. It popped up really fast. Your very first viewer. Tivanvi, you're here. Present. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for the love and support. John, Kangaroo, something, Ramon, 0331, Santo, something, Angelito, Perez, Alexander, Flow, 504. Yeah. Sorry, did you guys lose me? It's a little overcast here, and typically there's like plenty of light coming in here in the kitchen, but today it's really dim. Anyways, welcome guys to the Clean Cash Diary live stream. And the way you like a live stream is by tapping the screen, and the more likes a live stream gets, the more it will be visible for other people to see here on TikTok. So welcome. And Jason, kumusta ka kaibigan? Jason Acti. Mabuti, ikaw, kumusta? Joanne, you're here. Thank you for being here. T Van V and Joanne, thank you for tapping the screen. Hello, 204 viewers. Pumanaw ang aking ina. Oh, so sorry for your loss, Jason. When did this happen?
Yeah, where does it go?
So sorry. So I did user 7660604 something and a bunch of numbers. You said, do you need a side boyfriend? I'm actually married, and I'm sure you guys, for everybody who has seen the videos that I post here on the Clean Catch channel, you know, 99% of the time I am with my husband. So yeah, we actually just celebrated our 16th wedding anniversary last month. And Joanne, you said hello po. Jason, oh my goodness, Jason, just yesterday. I'm so sorry for your loss. Are you guys in the Philippines or here in the US? Where are you guys located at? Chihuahua something. Joanne, Kevin Padilla, I see you. Thank you for tapping the screen, you guys. Okay, so I did put the subject as Tommy and Angie because there's like a trending video right now of Tommy, my something hot dog, my tummy, something like that. And they actually went really. Oh, she's back home in the Philippines. Is that what you're talking about, Jason? Yeah. So Greg and I actually did one of their sounds when it became trending, like when they're doing like a video call kind of thing, and she was talking about, you know, him, Tommy, eating. Hi, Sister Roboba, you're here. Thank you for joining. And island called Saint Lucia. Where is that? Is that in the Philippines? Oh, Caribbean. Caribbean. Is that how you say it? Caribbean. Caribbean. Yeah. Sorry for your loss, Jason. Sister Boba, you said hi, sis. Ryan, Michigan, I see you. Omar, something. And Joanne, thank you for tapping the screen. Forever hype. Okay, so going back to Tommy and Angie. Yesterday when I came into doing my live stream yesterday, I did say that, you know, there's like all these things that's popping up on my FYP. And, you know, when it pops up on your FYP, you can't help but, you know, see it just for a little bit. But I did mention yesterday that, you know, I'm not going to get into that because Clean Catch channel is not for gossips. But this morning I woke up and there's a lot more other things that showed up on my FYP. And same thing about Tommy and Angie. And I have like mixed emotions or mixed opinion about the whole thing because for one thing, you know, Greg and I, the way we look at things, the way we look at situations, we always want to see the good thing or the bright side of every situation, regardless of how bad it could look. So the way I see it is, one thing for sure that I know, I mean, I don't know her like on personal basis, obviously, because I have only seen them here on the social media platforms. Angie definitely is a good sibling. That's for sure. But I think she could have communicated better to Tommy, because it just appeared really bad. And for me, being a Filipina, I feel like there's already a stereotype happening going on for all these years about how we Filipinas are perceived when it comes to us having a relationship with an afam, more so, when we have a husband who's a foreigner. And I don't think it's fair that we get grouped in that certain category just based on what people have witnessed or have heard about how other Filipinas, do their own way of how they make their relationship work with their afam, if that makes any sense. But like I said, the good thing that I see about this whole situation is that Angie definitely is a caring and a great sister, like a great sibling, because in the first place that that whole video call became trending was because she got mad when Tommy refused to give her 20,000 pesos. And now there's like this thing that I saw on my FYP. First thing when I opened TikTok was there's like a separate video call that they did together, that she was asking him, like, did I ask you for 20,000? Something like that. And Tommy, I don't know what's going on with that, but he denied that she ever did ask for 20,000 pesos. But I just want to put it that way, as she's a great sibling, she's a caring sister, and she could have communicated it better, like in a way that when she was asking for help, I mean, in the first place she was the one who's asking for help. She could have been more mapakumbaba. What do you call that in Tagalog? She could have like I don't know, just asked it better. Rico 1978, yes, by getting a job. Yeah, for sure. But see, that's the thing, is I don't really know the full details of what really happened, why it transitioned to that whole, just that short clip where the trending 20,000 pesos went viral. But yeah, maybe she could have delivered it better to where it didn't appear as that, with a negative connotation. And Sister Boba, you said, my husband said there's a lot of gossips here in TikTok. I tell him things I hear and see. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, because as much as I don't, we don't want to get into those whole gossip situations. I mean, like, we spend so many hours here on TikTok, and there's definitely a lot of pros and cons when you're here on TikTok. I would say there's a lot more pros. Like, the positive side of being on TikTok is because you see all these amazing funny informational videos here on TikTok. And there's also cons, like just like that one, like the gossips and all of that. But yeah, that's like a perfect, the Tommy and Angie. Hi sis, Muriel, thank you for being here. The whole topic, I mean, the whole situation with Tommy and Angie, it's like a perfect example of we should all work on getting better at communicating to other people. Like, maybe she didn't really mean anything by it, I don't know. I'm not in the best position to have to explain what really happened to that, because like I said from the beginning of this live stream, I've been here for 10 minutes. I don't really know the full details of why that whole situation happened. Sister Roboba, you said bottom line, they should not make their video chat live or post it on social media. it's a private matter. That is actually very true, Sister Boba. But I guess that's their way of doing things. I mean, they became, famous from pretty much like exposing their whole lives on the social media platform. But I feel like if you're gonna take that route to be like overly transparent to where everything, like there's no filter, I think you should be prepared for like a backlash, because definitely there's no such a thing as perfect relationship. And as far as what I have seen on the comment sections of those things, see, I try to stay away, but you just couldn't help but be marites a little bit. But I guess supposedly they haven't actually met in person, not even met in person. That's what I know so far. So I don't know. And the thing that this whole stereotype of Filipinas having a relationship with an afam, right? I mean, like obviously my husband is Caucasian, and I don't think it's really fair that when some people meet us and then they learn that I'm Filipina and then my husband is a white dude, they already have this perception of like, oh, you've got to be like Tommy and Angie kind of situation. And I'm not saying anything negative about that. I'm sure they really care about each other, and based on that, the video that's going viral right now with how Tommy responded to Angie, you can tell that he really cares about her, like really really cares about her, because he, like, even after her whole yelling and everything, he was actually very composed, and he really pleaded for her to unblock him so they can talk. And even when he was at work, and I understand, I mean, I've been also a few times been employed when I came here in the US. I understand that when you're at work, you can't just like be taking calls and all that. So I hope he didn't get in trouble when he was taking that yelling voice call, whatever. But hopefully they can work things out, because I really think and I can see that they actually really care about each other. Sister Roboba, you said, hey, yeah, that they should have put a borderline between their social media and private lives. That is actually very true, because it's kind of like when you're thinking about something, you have to have, like, even in your own brain, you have to have like some type of filter. You can't just like be saying things. You had to like choose the words that comes out of your mouth. There are some comments that you should just keep to yourself. It's kind of like the same thing when you're here on the social media platforms. I mean, I've been doing this every day, this daily Clean Catch Diary live stream for the past, I don't know, I officially named it as Clean Catch Diary for almost 2 weeks now, but I have been doing this daily live stream, I think, for like 3 weeks now. And there are some things that you just don't want to put in front of the camera, because, like I said, I'm going back to the thing where there's no such thing as perfect relationship. I mean, Greg and I've said this a lot of times, that I am very blessed to have him as my husband, because I'm sure you guys see couples that you really think that they're so sweet based on what they put out here on the social media platforms. But I can honestly wholeheartedly say that Greg is a very, very, very loving and patient guy. But I am not claiming that our marriage is perfect, because like any healthy relationship, we do argue, we have some misunderstandings sometimes. Sometimes I give him silent treatment. I prefer it that way, because there are some words that I know that if I say it right there and then in the heat of my being upset, that I know I will regret. So I would just rather be quiet, even if it's like it drives him crazy because sometimes it lasts for 2 days or like for a whole day. But that's how I operate. Like that's how I function whenever I'm upset. I'm not good at confrontation. Let's just put it that way. Like if somebody hurt my feelings or if somebody did something that I didn't like that really offended me, I'm not one to like bark at you. Like I'm not a confrontational person. I would rather collect my thoughts and my feelings first. I would rather let my emotions calm down first, and then when I feel like I'm ready, then I will talk to you. So, but with Greg, with my husband, he doesn't like it because he would rather just like tell it to me straight, like right now. Don't be giving me silent treatment for like a day or two. But yeah. Um, Sister Roboba, you said not a borderline. I meant a line that separates their social media and private lives. Yeah, exactly. I know what you meant, sis. Because there are some things that can be discussed privately, and it doesn't have to involve strangers all over the world. Because it's like that's like a very sensitive topic. There's a lot of things in a relationship that's a very sensitive topic to talk about, to where you involve just random people to put in their 2 cents of like how they should work on that topic or that situation. So I just felt like I know I did say that Clean Catch channel is not like a gossip channel, but maybe it's just like a wrong way of communication, and I've seen it a lot of times. Like there are some people that doesn't really know how to communicate their feelings well, or there's another thing that I see about this whole situation. There's the communication barrier, because like what Jokoy said, the Filipino stand-up comedian, like you will never get lost in the Philippines as a tourist because everybody speaks English. But we Filipinos, we all can speak English, but it just depends on how we deliver it, because unfortunately there are some Filipinos that are not what do you call this, like how do I deliver it to where it doesn't sound bad, but it's a third world country. There are some families that are unfortunately, as much as the parents want to send their kids to school, they're not able to do that because life is hard in the Philippines. So, but we do our best to speak in English. It doesn't matter if it's like a broken English, like a wrong grammar or whatnot, but we can communicate in English. And I think Angie has a pretty good the way she speaks English. But I think there's just like she could have like delivered it like a certain way to where it didn't sound like how it sounded, that made that particular video call viral. Because like with me, with Greg and I, we have 4 boys, and I'm Bisaya. So when I'm in like in the heat of like I'm upset because I repeated myself so many times, like, hey, do your chores, do your homework, and then they don't do it. I start scolding them in Bisaya. And that's when they freak out. Like, especially my second boy, he would be like, guys, let's just listen to mommy because she's starting to speak in Chinese. And they would just like be scrambling around because I would be like scolding them in Bisaya and they couldn't understand me. I mean, I wish, like, hopefully, and at one point we can actually teach them how to speak my language. But if anything, I will be teaching them Tagalog. But that's just like an example of maybe when Angie was really upset when she was talking to Tommy, that it didn't really come across, it didn't get delivered nice because she was really upset. And I'm more confused now because I saw this another trending video of her. It almost felt like she was cornering Tommy to say to to say in public that she didn't ask him for the 20,000 pesos. So I don't know. We'll let them figure that out. Sister Roboba, you said that sis need to go back to work. Nice topic about communication. See you around. Thank you for being here. And user 8316, you said my in-laws don't. What do you mean your in-laws don't? Hi, Kikar. Thank you for being here. I know it's the same time there where you're at because I remember you said you're in Ontario. It's 12:57 in the afternoon here in California. So I think we can take like a good lesson from that whole Tommy and Angie situation with the whole Afam talk, that communication is something that we should all work on, because regardless of what our background is, regardless of where we're from, I'm sure there's like a better way for us to communicate, like to deliver a message that we want to deliver by communicating better to the other person. So I just came in here real quick that's kind of like a little bit of the Clean Catch diary live stream topic for today. And I hope it didn't sound like it was like a gossip kind of situation, but because the good thing that I'm seeing from this whole situation with Tommy and Angie was that, for one thing for sure, she's a caring and a great sister, but I feel like she could have delivered her message better to Tommy, to where it didn't sound like that. But whatever it may be, whatever truth that actually, with that situation, hopefully they can work it out. And they're a fun couple. Hi, sis Jocelyn, thank you for being here. All right, well, that was it. We are at 1,300 likes, and I did come in 12:36, and it's 12:59. And I hope you guys are having a great Thursday, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.